Hello, welcome to Quiet Like the Forest, formerly Queen's Tarot. Today's January 11th, and I've been wanting to do a reading on Volume 2 of the report through Special Counsel. From ABC News, Garland confirmed that he plans to make available Volume 2 of the report pertaining to Trump's classified documents case available to leaders of the House and Senate Judiciary Committees for closed-door review as soon as the 11th Circuit permits him to do so. And to avoid any risk of prejudice to defendants whose criminal cases remain pending, I have determined, at the recommendation of the Special Counsel, that Volume 2 should not be made public so long as those defendants' criminal proceedings are ongoing, he wrote. So, that's what this reading is going to be on. I am going to throw a Celtic cross, and then I'm going to overlay them with my astrology cards, because for me, the astrology cards give a lot of great context. Okay. I love this deck. So I want to do this reading on Volume 2. Mostly as it pertains to Walt, because he is asking for they wanted it totally blocked, but that classified documents case was so egregious. We all know that, and we all suspect that Don Julio sold records as such. I have done a ton of Terrascopes this first quarter moon, looking at every location, including Terrascopes for Volume 1 and Volume 2. So, I need to get another deck. I'm going to use this deck for Volume 2. So, Volume 2. You have Volume 2, classified. Whoops. The Devil. A lot of cards popped out of that one, so I am just going to read. So, Volume 2, as it pertains to Walt and what he was covering up with obstruction of justice with those documents, and what happened to you, how Volume 2 documents were used. This is Volume 2. Further out, led to who? How do we see how do we see you, Volume 2? Volume 2, environment. The hope, Volume 2, was to do what? Those documents. The fear involved in Volume 2. Next. Final outcome, Volume 2. Walt, how do you relate to this? And what did he do in the past? I'm adding my third deck. I didn't know it was going to be this complex. We're going to read on this one first, okay? Context of who you are, foundation, Volume 2, those documents, crowning those documents, past, this is the context. Mercury retrograde reinvention. Who had Mercury retrograde reinvention as their definer, their signifier? We have, oh my gosh, nobody had it. This stands alone. So Mercury retrograde reinvention are Volume 2, the classified documents, as represented by this card, and them trying to obstruct justice with this, okay? So we have Capricorn. I use this card is using government resources. And unfortunately, I've been seeing this in other nations associated with Trump. So, who are you classified documents? The Six Wands. I used to call this the Six of Wands mob because in Trump's first term, it represented Trump, Putin, Un, Xi, Netanyahu, and blah, blah, blah. All of them. So, yeah, this is our government documents and the Six Wands mob. His transnational people covered in the devil. That's Don Julio. They are covered in him. This is the obstruction. And Garland won't release it until he's allowed to do so. So there is so much wrapped in here. It is the devil. We are stuck with it, okay? The challenge with Volume 2 and Walt is trying to hang on to them and obstruct and keep them from the view of the government and just running out the clock. Now, at the foundation of the Volume 2 documents is the Strength card. This Strength card has always been the rusher, Mother Rusher, because they exert their strength upon everyone else in the world, and how they twist people's arms and force them into what they want them to do. So at the foundation with the astrology card, we have the air element. Okay, a couple weeks ago, this was Donald, and it was all over him. So air has to do with communications. Wireless, it could be like NSO Pegasus, but this has to do with communications. Where did this air card come up in the Taroscopes? We have Netanyahu came up with the air card. So he was one of those Six Wands mobsters. It also came up with Volume 1, according to Ukraine. And then I asked Ukraine about USA's transition. It also came up with this air card, communications, okay? This is about Korea regarding Secretary Blinken's trip. It also came up with, I know I'm such a loser, look at all these, but my hands just could not stop doing this. And that is it. So we have Netanyahu, Ukraine, regarding Volume 1. We have SOS Blinken's trip, okay? That's at the foundation. Wow. What is crowning the Volume 2 documents for Walt that they are trying to obstruct and keep from us? This is a challenge. What's hanging in the air above him? The Seven of Pentacles, hanging on to all those documents, hanging on to all of that stuff that, I mean, it's not only an investment, but they're stockpiling literally in the bathroom. So these are the classified documents that are like, where do I go? Who do I belong to? What's crowning this? Fire. Who was fire? This I've seen a lot with POTUS lately. He's just so angry about everything that's going on. No, nobody had this signifier. So this is the fight. This is the energy that is consuming everyone, and a decision's going to be made quickly. That's what we want to have happen. So in the past, with Volume 2, what happened? The Temperance card. I'm going to take a little bit of this documents and a little bit of this documents. Cups are usually Americans for me. I'm going to take some of these documents. I'm going to transfer them over here. And it's going from one to another. So in the past, in the astrology context, going from one to another for who? This is the United States of America. We are a Cancerian nation. So in the past, it's like they took stuff from the U.S. They used government sources, their comms, stuff, our stuff that belongs to us they took. Oh my gosh. It is why Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is resigning. I'm telling you, him and Ray are coming up so much together and why they had to resign. I'm totally not surprised by him having to do that. Wow. But so he's resigning because of something related to the United States, and it's related to the documents case. So I wonder what intercepts he had. Okay. So these documents in the past belonged to the United States, and they were stolen. The Seven of Swords, they were stolen and taken, and farther out, they were hidden. The High Priestess, they were hidden in the bathroom, but they're out the window. So where did these go to? Gemini. This is my card that's like from the Trump Putin card, giving stuff to them, being in cahoots with each other. Who had this Gemini card? So yeah, they stole it, went over to the Russia. They were hidden. Look at this. Russia. Volume 2 is the Gemini card. They went to freaking Russia. Did anybody else have this? How do we see the Volume 2, classified docs, Three of Wands? They were sent overseas, quid pro quo. The environment of those, it was for their leader, their dear leader. And so those documents, the hope was, I love you, you love me, we are in partners, the best to be. The fear about this is, there's that Ace of Cups. People finding out the original sin between these two. I always like to have another card with my ace cards. This Ace of Cups has shown up for years for me as the thing between Don Julio and Putz. Their fear is they've done this and now they've got this middleman caught. Walt. Fearing that. Next steps with the classified docs, the Ten of Pentacles. It not only feels like Mar-a-Lago and the Kremlin, but this also feels like all of our intelligence agencies. And final result between these two, there's the Five of Cups card. I've always said this Five of Cups is an American who is transmitting information back and forth. They got caught. I feel like these are the documents we've recovered. Those we do not have yet. What happens to this? Show me the card with this American doing this. Oh, seventh house partners reversed. So the seventh house, that's your partner in crime. It's pretty explicit. Reversed, I have this with Attorney General Merrick Garland has this reverse. So what's to come is Garland. Upright, I have the trucker convoy in Canada. It's all related, you guys. Holy crap. Upright. This is at Mar-a-Lago, Trump, and... no, it's Trump. And that's that. So this is a classified documents reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to make another video, and I'm going to continue on to this one. But, yeah, kind of juicy, right? I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, please subscribe. I really need your help to get to 1,000 subscribers. Enjoy. Bye.